Good morning and welcome to day 20 of Start Strong. We are almost there. One day left after today. Yesterday we talked about protecting your consistency, holding your routines even when it's hard. Today we are talking about something that many teachers forget to do, that is revisiting your expectations. So here's what it means. When school starts in June, you're going to set expectations on day one. Maybe it's one clear expectation like we talked about in week one. Maybe it's a few core expectations. And for the first few weeks, students will remember them. They are fresh, they are new. Students are testing them, yes, but they are aware of them. But here's what happens by week 4 or week 5. Students forget. It is not intentional or that they don't care, but because life happens. New unit starts, school events disrupt, the initial focus on expectations fades, and slowly students start drifting away from what you established in week 1. They start talking during independent work, they start forgetting the routines, they start pushing boundaries. They're not testing you, but because they genuinely forgot what the standard was. And if you don't revisit them, the classroom starts to slide. So here's what the practice is about. In week 4 and then regularly throughout the year, take 5 minutes to revisit your core expectations with students. It may not be a lecture, or it shouldn't be as a punishment, but it should be a reminder. And here is what I would do it. At the end of week 4, before you dismiss class on Friday, you should say this. Before you go, I want to take 3 minutes to remind us of what we agreed to in week 1. We set one clear expectation, name that expectation. We agreed that this is how our classroom works. For the past 4 weeks, most of you have been following that, and I appreciate. But I'm also noticing that a few of us are starting to drift. We are talking during independent work, we are forgetting the routines, we are losing focus. So here's what I need from all of us, me included, starting next week. We go back to the standard we set in week 1, not because I'm being strict, but because that's the environment we need to learn well. If you have been following the expectation, keep going. If you have been drifting, reset. Starting Monday, we hold the line again. 3 to 5 minutes. Name the expectation, acknowledge the drift, and reset the standard. And here is why this works. When you revisit expectations, you are doing 3 things. 1, you're reminding students what the standard is. They might have genuinely forgotten it. Now they know that, you have reminded it. Second, you're giving them a chance to reset without shame. You're not calling out individuals, you're not giving the whole class, yourself included, and you are giving them a clean chance to recommit. Third, you are reinforcing that the expectations are just week 1 rules. They are the foundation of how the classroom works throughout the year. And when students hear that, when they are reminded that the expectations still matter, most of them step up. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, Shiva, if I have to keep reminding them, doesn't that mean the expectations didn't stick in the first place? No, it means students are humans just like us. Adults forget commitments, we drift from our goals, we need reminders, students are no different. Revisiting expectations isn't a sign of failure, it's a sign of good teaching. You're not hoping students remember on their own. You're proactively reinforcing what matters. Try this today. Write down what you will say when you revisit your core expectation in week 4. Practice saying it out loud. Visualize yourself standing in front of the class on a Friday afternoon or a Saturday afternoon, depending on when your week ends. Calmly reminding students of the standard you set in week 1. Get comfortable with that. Tomorrow is day 21, final practice. I will see you then. This is Shiva.